Hey everyone, Wes here at Family Gamer TV, and today we're going to look at shortcuts in Mario Kart 8 to the Star Cup, and we're going to take a look at Sunshine Airport. So you can see from Sunshine Airport, it is exactly as the name says on the tin. There are planes flying around that you have to avoid, and baggage and everything else. So here we are on the start line, and this time we're Toad in the pirate ship. And we are ready to go. Now I'm sure I'm getting some of the names wrong of some of the carts. Hopefully not getting the names wrong of the characters. But I'm trying to rattle through this for you, so show you all these shortcuts. So please forgive me if there's the occasional gaffe. Now we slide around here. And nice little boost. Track split, so you can end up on the floor there and still go around, but the optimum path is through the plane, and you can slide around the corner to pick up some coins. The coins give you extra little bit of speed, just a tiny weeny bit, and then we have a flying section. You don't much have control there, but you can get a bit of extra distance if you time it just right, and obviously jump off the end of the platform. And then here we're going to fly down to the bottom. Coins there to collect again, and you can cut through here with a couple of boosts. You can get across the baggage here nicely. You don't really even need a mushroom for that, because you can get a boost on the jump. And that's it for Sunshine Airport. There's not really much else going on there. You can probably cut across the grass just before that baggage merry-go-round. Next up is Dolphin Shoals. Like Dolphin Shoals a lot, lots of underwater sections, and you've got these kind of hoops to go through to give you speed boosts, and then this nice underwater sea monster which you ride on the back of. So we're on the start line, and this time we're using the sneaker cart. That's what I'm calling it. It's probably not what it's called. I don't care. So here we go, underwater. We've got the propeller on the back of all the carts and bikes. Do find that Steel Diver is quite a good, or Steel Driver really, is quite a good cart for this. Now, here's the first bit where we get a branch in the path, and the best way to go is off to the right. So you'll see all these pipes with jets of air. Go off to the right here through this tunnel, because you get a couple of boosts and you can cut out a bit of the track. It's a nice way of saving time. And then make sure you ride on the back of this sea monster as long as you possibly can, and if you can get a jump off the end, you will get a little boost there as well. Then you're power sliding anti-grav style around this corner, around this bend, before you hit another aerial area. So you can jump off to get a little boost, then you hit the ramp and you're flying. Now, if you have a mushroom here, perfect place to cut through. Boom, over the ground there. I don't, so I'm hit by the jinx of the off-road, slow down, but that's a good place to cut through. And that's about it for Dolphin Shoals. So, moving swiftly along, we have the Electrodrome for you. Now, the Electrodrome is a very funky new track. I have been told by people that this might be inspired a little bit by Daft Punk. Not sure it is, really, but I can see where they're coming from. I do like it though, like the music in this track. And the layout is quite challenging in parts. So you start off and you go to the air and glide in down here. I'll sneak over a bit of the track there. There's a slight opportunity there to cut out the corner if you've got a boost, but not much. And then we're sliding around anti-grav style, and hit those anti-grav boosters if you can to get some extra speed. And there's one on the entrance to this split in the road where you've got green and pink paths. I tend to like the pink path ahead of the green. Again, I think it lines you up nicely for things towards the end. It's a little bit easier to hold to, I find, certainly, than the green path. You're going to get a nice slide around there, and then you've got the jump, and you'll see that that particular jump on the pink path is ever so slightly further forward than the green one. Obviously, if you've got a boost, you can also cut across here through the pipes. Look for those areas with the pipes and the off-road section, because that's always a good place to boost through, especially on those time trials. So next up, possibly my favourite course of the entire game, and that's Mount Wario. Now this track doesn't have any laps. It is a straight downhill race, so no repeated sections. So you're going to see the whole thing now We'll show you where we can, where there might be places to gain some time. So as far as I'm aware, there aren't really any shortcuts per se in this, but there are some branching paths to take note of. So we get dropped out of the plane and we're straight into the action on the top of this mountain peak. We get a little boost here from the jump, and there's options to slide around. You can slide around the top and you get a nice little jump off the top there with an extra boost. I've gone around the bottom, and you can see round the top here again, you can slide round and use these boosts. Now this is very tricky because when you come off, you've got to immediately get into a power slide, otherwise you're going to go right off the edge of the track. Again, another tight turn here. I love these windy, icy turns on Mount Wario. And then we go anti-grav. So picking up the coins, jumping off here if you can to get the boost. I didn't manage to nail it. And then we're going to hit a ramp to get air. There's a couple of boosts there, which you can land on. I nail one there, and that gives me an extra bit of air. And then we're going to hit this boost here. And we're inside, swinging round there with some power slides before we come out into a section of water with boosts. So if you can try and time this right and nail these. I don't think I'm going to manage it. No, not quite, but I got a couple of them. And then we're off for another jump. I'm going to get hit here, red shelled. Oh no, don't hit me. Oh, I've avoided it so far. Okay, so branches off to left and right, and then that branches again. I go right and right because you hit that boost pad, and then you've got these tree stumps which you can get boosts off as well. I think that's the optimum path around there. And then we're through the trees. Quite tricky that bit, and annoying because you tend to have a weapon in hand and it's really difficult to use it, not the easiest place. And we've got these big ramps on the slalom slope, and they give you extra boosts. Windy path through here. Don't think you get any boost for going through the flags or anything. Nice blue shell there to slow me down. So yeah, I don't think there's any boost for going through the flags, but then we've got this downhill section with the humps, and you get loads of boosts there. And then we come into the final area where you've got anti-grav, and we can swing across the boosts left and right, before finally hitting a nice jump, going to air, going through these hoops to get that extra speed burst. And you can see the finish line is in sight. If you have a mushroom here, you can obviously cut this corner off, and that's good for the time trials. I don't, unfortunately, and I get clobbered by a green shell, and then zapped as well. Wonderful. But I'm still going to finish him first. Over the finish line. Right, so that's Mount Wario. Now, moving on to the Special Cup, we have Cloud Top Cruise.